This is part 2 of Seed by Seed. The Native Americans respected him for his spiritual bond with his surroundings, his kinship with all that grew and lived. I'm going to show you the picture. This is him sleeping with the bear on his side, and this is him wiping out the fire for the flies, the insects, and the rattlesnakes right over there that he killed. And there's a horse that he was saving from being abused. Try to make peace. John Chapman moved freely between Native American and pioneer communities, and he was trusted by both. I saw while others reap. I saw while others reap. Where there is war. He warned each side of the other's impending attack, usually by walking through the room and reciting a mysterious rhyme. Be sure my warning keep. Be sure my warning keep. Be sure my warning keep. Here's him talking to the Indians, and here's him at Pioneers saying, be sure my warning keep, because he's warning them, because they didn't know that a war was coming. John Chapman journeyed hundreds of miles across the lines of state lines on his own, 2 feet or by canoe on the waterways, planting and maintaining his trees across the Ohio River Valley, and they were shattered and carried off by homesteads far wide. You can reach your destination by taking small steps. It says that. It's like an embroidered thing right here. He grew so many apple trees that chances are any apple you eat today is from a descendant of a tree planted by Johnny Appleseed. Uh-oh. Right here, this is where it says, you can reach your destination by taking small steps. This thing. Oof. There's people taking care of his apple trees. He just gives them to people. They just kind of take care of them for him. That's sweet. After catching... Did I skip too far back? Yeah. After catching pneumonia during a especially cold winter in 1845, John Chapman passed away. His sweet spirit lives in the apples we eat and in the seeds we plant to make our country and our world a better place. He died because of pneumonia, right there. And this man here saved him. No, I think, yeah, he saved him right here. And he gave his coat to him because he was being sweet. And then there's seed by seed, deed by deed. Johnny Appleseed changed the landscape of a nation. And now it's your turn. One small deed every day. What seed will you plant? That ends. I've got one more Johnny Appleseed book to be reading to you guys today, because it is the week of Johnny Appleseed pretty much, and I'm super excited. So, this is by Will Moses. It's called Johnny Appleseed, The Story of a Legend. So let me start reading. A lot of pages till you get to the story. I'm not going to read off this note. I normally do. It was in 1774, September to be exact, when the apples were hanging heavy in the red on the trees, that John Chapman was born on Lemonminster. But to tell the truth, not too many noticed just then. Lemonminster, Massachusetts. To Elizabeth and Nathaniel Chapman and Nathaniel Chapman. But to tell the truth, not too many noticed just them. The countryside was all abuzz with talk of the Revolution, with standing up to the British and their high taxes, which had begun to pinch folks too much, and all too often. In fact, John's own father was John's own father. No, in fact, John's own father was a minuteman, a farmer or shopkeeper who would, on a minute's notice, on a minute's notice, rush to defend the American colonies from attack in 1776. When John was only 2 years old, his father did indeed rush off to do battle with the British at Concord, Massachusetts. Now little Johnny Chapman didn't know anything about fighting the war, and no doubt he was even too young to remember his own mother dying the very year his father left for the war. But Johnny's grandmother and grandpa took good care of him and his sister Elizabeth, looking after them for the next 4 years while her father was fighting. And then just before Johnny's sixth birthday, Nathaniel Chapman sent word back home that he was going to marry a woman named Lucy, and had found a little farm near Long Meadow, Massachusetts, to settle on. Okay, guys, I'll see you next time on Alley Cat Corner. This isn't the entire story of Wilma's by Johnny Appleseed. Sorry, I'll have a part 2. This was just part 2 of Seed by Seed, and yeah, so I'll see you guys next time. Bye.